Hi everybody, it's Larry Vella, Big Red over from BoLS Souls, and today I want to show you one of the probably the biggest release this year from Flames of War for Battlefront and that is Blitzkrieg. This is the new campaign book that's going to open up the early war era of gaming for their World War II game, and this is a big deal. This with the arrival of Blitzkrieg, you can now play Flames of War in the West in World War II. From the very start, 1939, all the way to the end of the war. So let's open this guy up and walk you through it. So we'll start off with some basics here. First of all, we have a 185-page book. It's hardcover. You can see it's really nicely done. Good quality. Full color, as all of the campaign books from Battlefront are. Very nicely done. We'll take a look at the index and kind of walk you through some of the basics. First things here, as you can see, is we are talking about the German invasion of Poland and France, 1939 to 1940. The countries involved here, we have Polish, German, British, and French. So the two big new armies in the game is Poland with their army lists, France with their army lists. We'll kind of give you a really brief rundown of those. On Poland, you got about 5 or 6 armies. Germany gives you about 10. Britain gives you about 5 or 6, and French give you about 7 or 8. So you're looking at this campaign book gives you about 25 army lists by the time you're done with it. You get painting guides in the back, everything you would expect. You get maps, you get histories, just like you get on all of the campaign books. One of the things that is very different about Battlefront does compared to some of the other gaming companies is these campaign books, as you can tell, they don't break these things up by army. So you don't, for instance, buy a book for France, or you don't buy a book for Germany. They will give you all their lists throughout the war. You do it by period of time or geographic area. So what this means is that if you get a bunch of gamers together and you guys want you want to play Flames of War, the way you normally do it is you pick out what era you're all interested in as gamers, and then there's just one book to buy, and you all have this one book, and it has all the lists for everyone. You get to see who you're going to be using, you get to see the list that you're going to be up against. You know, it's kind of neat, and for a historical game, it really kind of binds it together in a nice way. Let's kind of briefly go through one of these. You get ideas of definitions and how to base guys and whatever. We're going to kind of quickly walk you through a couple lists from Poland, because Poland is one of the big new countries. So, as an example, you get some really beautiful color plates on Poland with all their miniatures. You get a warrior. This is a special character, basically. And then you get lists. So we're going to take you through one. Let me just hop over here really quick to a particular list I wanted to show you guys. This is an infantry battalion list. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. And this is what an army list in Flames of War looks like. So what you have over here is you have all of these different choices. You have these choices in black. These are mandatory choices. So if you want to build a Polish infantry company, you're going to have to take one headquarters unit because it's in black over here, and this unit moves over here, and this shows you exactly what it is. So that headquarters unit consists of these teams. These are in black. These are mandatory. Things in gray are optional, and then you get points costs for them. So it's very easy to, with this list, go over here and figure it out. You have to have 2 infantry platoons. Here's an infantry platoon. It's right here, and you can see, it's a huge amount of guys. Then all these other things are optional. You can have extra ones. You can have anti-tank squads. They have these nice little page numbers on these boxes, so that to save space, because lots of times multiple armies include the same types of units, so they don't want to duplicate it over and over again. So in general, they put them as close as they can, but if they're duplicated, you can just find them via those little page numbers there. So, here's that infantry company. There's weapons platoons. Here's a gun platoon, anti-tank, scouts, howitzers. But here's just a little quick thing I wanted to show you guys. Look at that. That's right. Look at that nice and close. The armored train. Your eyes are not deceiving you. Let's go. I'll give you a very brief look at that. Rules for using on the tabletop. There's an actual picture from an archive somewhere of the Polish did have armored trains. These things have turrets on them. They have rail cars on the front and back that have tanks, so they can stop and drop tanks off. They have guys in some of these cars. Just craziness. There's all kinds of special rules for how to use them in missions. Really exciting. It sounds like a whole lot of fun. Here's an example of of the arsenal page that all the nations have. So this would, in one spot, give you, here's the rules and statistics for all their tanks, their armored cars, machine guns, the different cars on the armored train, infantry, gun teams, infantry, transports, you name it. Then you get special rules for the nation. Every nation has its own set of special rules that kind of, gives them their own flavor. Here's some of the rules as an example on the armored train. We'll just flip past those. And that was Poland. You're going to get that was one list from Poland. Here's Germany. You go through all the German lists. You get all kinds of great art throughout. We'll go through there. Now we're into Britain. There we go. You get the British lists. You get history along the way. It shows you how all the campaigns actually turned out during World War II. You get France. The French lists are fantastic. It turns out that France is going to be has the really intimidating heavy armor of early war, and it's a very very interesting and very different kind of a feel game wise. You get painting guides in the back on how to paint tanks and all your infantry. It's a really really different feel than mid or late war. So in early war, for instance, there almost in general, most of your armored vehicles have really, really light armor. So there's not these huge, giant behemoths out there like you see in other periods, like the Tiger. But as an example, there's also virtually no easy weapons or high-power weapons, either mounted on vehicles or certainly in the hands of infantry that can deal with them. So it's a very kind of a different feel to it. This book is, I don't have a price on this yet. This is going to be out August 28th. Once again, this is Blitzkrieg. This is the big campaign book that's going to open up early war, and it looks like it is going to be a huge amount of fun, and we will talk to you guys later.